Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mary the Medium and Pet Psychic, and we're up to episode 10. We have
Unbelievable.
isn't that crazy? I know it's getting up there. Just a heads up for tonight. Melina was going to be on, but she had a family emergency, so it's just the two of us. And welcome, Mary.
Unbelievable.
Mary, how are you?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been one of those days, huh?
Yes, it has.
Yeah,
It has.
Oop.
Oops. That's
What's wrong?
crazy. I have had, let me tell you what's going on in this place. Okay. So, guys, I'm up in the Northeast for the summertime. Okay. So I'm up here this morning. A door in my bedroom slams. I'm the only one here with Tuk Tuk. Tuk Tuk does not know how to open doors. And then I have, so in order for me to see the iPad, see you guys, I've got it sitting up on top of my cat carrier. It's not very pretty. It's just sitting up on top of the cat carrier. Everybody else normally has, iPad or computer stands. I don't. I have a cat carrier. And so something flipped my iPad off of the cat carrier. Something just turned the volume up on my phone, and my phone was completely down because we had it. We heard a lot of static, so I turned it down. Hey, Evie, how you doing? Hey, Joyce. So something in this house, Joyce, can you see what it is? You've got a psychic gift. So let me know what you see. See if you can see anything back there in that room. But anyway, we're here, Pet Psychic. Okay, so let Jason talk. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You want to do the disclaimer? We don't really,
Okay, sure. So,
well, while you're reading that.
Reading that, hell, I don't have anything.
Well, I had this too for fair use in case I, those screenshots.
Copyright disclaimer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, right. Okay.
Covering our bases.
Your ass goes to jail. Or you get fined if you infringe on someone else's copyright. Ours, others. But so, guys, sometimes we do use copyrighted material and we put it up there. So,
but it's just fair use. We're not. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, so what you hear come out of my mouth is directly from spirit. Okay. And so take it with a grain of salt. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is only my opinion and spirit based on what spirit says. So, and it's for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that, and we all know spirit is always right. Always.
Yeah.
To the mothers out
there. Oh.
I can't say that. So anyway, yeah. Hey, Vision Light, how are you? So Joyce, if you can kind of like zoom in and see what the hell is haunting my house other than an old man from the 1700s and a young girl that lives upstairs that wears a white bonnet. Maybe there's something else here. This is crazy. I know it's the Pet Psychic Show, but yesterday, Jason, wasn't it? I did a live photo outside.
That was one of the clear. It was so clear too.
Oh my God. The spirit goes back in life. Jason and I.
Rose Hill.
And so I'm going, Jason and I, I'm on a podcast with Jason. Is he talking about this, Jason? But it was a live, as clear as daylight. The spirit goes back in the day. Jason and I, Rose Hill. This the psychic show you traveled to. Someone followed you from your travels. Could it be an animal? Yeah, it could be an animal. Absolutely. Could be well, yesterday, Joyce, when I opened the front door, I thought I was stepping on something and I looked down and I go, "Oh my God, it was a black cat." And it's probably Meatball who died here. It's probably my Meatball. So I think it's a cat. Yeah. You feel a male? Well, he was a male cat. Joyce, what do you mean? So you think another guy followed me from Sarasota? Damn it. Okay. Well, guess what Mary's going to be doing tonight? A malicious male, Joyce? I hope not. I mean, I'm using my spray all the time in all rooms and on myself. There's no way this thing could have stayed. No way. Could feel male. Could be. Well, I know there's a male spirit that walks up and down the attic steps, which is the closet next to my bedroom. And I hear him up and down those stairs. And he's an older male, and I felt like he was an alcoholic when he was alive and very abusive. Wants attention.
Evie said spray sage. Oh, she's got her bases covered as far as sprays go.
Oh yeah. Yep. I got my sage. I got everything. Okay, thanks, Joyce. Wants attention. Is it Jack O'Sullivan? Because this is where I was working on the case last year. Is it Jack? Is it Alex? Is it Jay Slater? Because I got Jay on camera too from last year. Joyce said someone new. You sure it's not Jack O'Sullivan? Because he was hanging out in my backyard here last year. You're not getting a name. Okay. All right, Joyce, just as we go along through the show, I'll keep checking the messages. Okay. So see, guys? See? Damn. Okay. Well, hopefully he likes cats. Cats that like to tap on your face at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh.
And maybe that's why Tuk Tuk was tapping on my face. Maybe there was somebody in my room.
Yeah, that's probably what he was trying to wake you up. Because didn't you say someone slammed the door this morning?
He slammed. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock, and he kept me up, so I'm sleeping, and then all of a sudden the door slams. You can't hear the people You can't hear the people in the next unit. Okay, you can't. And so, and this was like right there, right at my ear. So
Joyce said he wants you to help him.
Joyce, he wants you to help him. Okay, I'll help him. I just need to know how. Wonder if this is the guy that said he and Jason back in life, Rose Hill. I wonder. Okay, Joyce, if you could tell him I'll help him. I feel like he's in my bedroom upstairs. Joyce goes, "What do I feel?" And I feel like this male, it's a sadness up in my bedroom. I feel like he's up there. And so, Joyce, do you feel like he's malicious? Or do you... God, this is all I need.
And one to the pile.
Feel like there's a sadness up in my bedroom. I got here, it was clean, or at least so I thought. Maybe he was waiting out in the backyard when I got here. Spirits know where I'm going, okay? And so they're waiting. And I mean, this happens all the time. I feel he means you no harm. Okay, he knows your he knows my abilities. I know who this person is. Is this the serial killer from Lake Crystal? This pet show may turn into a psychic show tonight. He knows my abilities. Yeah, so did the serial killer in Crystal Lake up in Connecticut.
Was that the one that you wouldn't like? How like?
I hope it's not him. If it's him, I'm definitely getting rid of him.
That's why he wants your help.
That's why
yeah.
he wants your help. I'm getting psychic fair. Okay. I'll help him. Okay. Wow. Okay. If you get anything else, Joyce, just keep typing. I'm monitoring the messages.
Not malicious.
Okay, thank you.
That, yeah.
Young guy. Joyce, is he a young guy? I got it was a male energy. I got young. Like maybe 30s, yeah. 20s, 30s. Yep. I'll help him. Okay.
Just don't, yeah. Just don't stare at me while I'm sleeping.
Right, yeah. Who wants to see a naked 60-year-old anyway? Get out of my bedroom, at least wait in the bathroom. God. So anyway, okay, so what do we have tonight, guys?
Well, what do we have? We're gonna save a lot of it for next week because Melina is gonna be on. So I have let me see. This is an email I got from Italy.
Oh, cool.
And hold on. Sorry, guys. Everything was like kind of like took a little last minute turn. So I can't find where. Anyway,
I think the woman's name was Conchita Beth. That's my middle name. I got kids around this baby. So I also got this baby has passed. Now, is Conchetta with us tonight? Is she on Messenger?
No, it was because of the time difference. It was just an email.
Okay, so she'll
She's gonna watch it tomorrow. Yeah, she'll probably catch it when she gets up in the morning or something.
Okay,
because they're ahead.
So I got this beautiful German. God, she looks so purebred. I feel like it was her and another dog that were together. I feel like her and this other dog were together, and they lost. That like the housekeeper came in, or somebody came in and let them, or the gate opened and it let them out. And I felt like these babies got let out when they were babies. And she didn't know. She was just following her friend. And she didn't know where they were. And then this nice lady found her. Grabbed her and her friend. Her friend got hurt. And this nice lady grabbed her friend. Is there another dog? Did she send another dog?
There is. Yeah, okay. There is.
All right, okay. And I felt like this nice lady grabbed both of them. Oh, that's the dog. And they grew up together. I felt like the family didn't have much money, but there was lots of love. This dog, okay, see the stick in its mouth? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This dog loved to chew on things and would
That was
get
great. Yeah.
would get
And
this.
Nathan was
This
here.
is this a hound dog? This is a hound dog of some sort.
It looked, yeah. I think yeah. I'd say,
What
or
a
probably a mix or
beautiful,
something. Yeah.
what a beautiful baby. So anyway, so they were around kids. They were around kids growing up, especially Beth. Can we go back to Beth and then we'll get to Bay? Beth was a worrywart. I got worrywart. Like, she was also kind of like a guard dog for children. She
Yeah.
was a guard,
Yeah.
almost like a second mom
Mm-hmm.
or third mom,
A nanny,
second mom
like
to
a
kids. Nanny,
yeah,
a dog nanny.
dog nanny.
Yeah, yeah, and even for other animals. You know, like how these dogs corral animals.
Maybe some, yeah, like
She
collie or some
corralled
sort of,
kids.
yeah.
She corralled kids, and I felt like she was super protective of these children. And Bay just wanted to chew on stuff and go out. I got something happened with Bay's stomach, like his intestines or something. Something happened. I feel like both of these dogs had passed, but talk about what's especially Beth. This dog was incredible. I mean, just a very special, special dog. Wow, that
I
what
love that picture you get, like, she's looking right at the camera on the right picture.
yeah, yeah. Beth. Wow.
Oh,
Beautiful.
pretty.
Pretty. Wow. Yeah.
They both look like they were good, good.
And Bay, I just felt like, and I keep hearing, there was a man that, we never got to see him again. I guess it was, I got cat hair on my face. I guess when they got lost, he never got to see this man again. But he said he felt like he was always getting into trouble, and he really loved this old woman that would feed him scraps under the table. Just loved that. Yay.
All right.
Okay, so hopefully she'll watch this in Italy, because I think it's 8 hours ahead. So it's gotta be like 2 a.m. there or something, or 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah, it's like, depends on what part. Italy might be a little bit. I get so screwed up with the time zones. Because I lived in Chicago for so many years, and they're in Central Time, so
Right.
I would, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So so that was Beth and Bay. And what do we have? Do we have any more?
We have I have another 2 cats for reading.
Super.
So yeah.
And we're gonna save Novi for next week, correct?
That's and actually Melina has 2 cats that we're gonna actually have them on the camera. She's going so
Really?
yep.
Cool.
You can read them in real time. So we're gonna do that. Like, yeah, but we just hope that everything turns out with her family right now. She's gonna let me know later.
Yeah, her niece, I think, got into a wreck or something. Melina is.
She wasn't sure what the details were. So yeah.
Melina is oodles and noodles. So that's, wow, that looks so much like some cats I know. But wow. Oodles. Okay, who is this from? Shirley?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I don't remember. I think her name was Shirley. Was it Shirley? Do we know? Is she online?
She's not. No, it was another email. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
I had.
another email. Okay, so they were possibly ferals, especially the first one. Which one is Oodles? Noodles must be the one facing away. Am I correct? Because you can't see what he looks like. So, okay, so Oodles is the one facing. So Oodles, I got was outdoor, and then Oodles, is Oodles a female?
Let me see. Yes.
Okay, so Oodles, I feel trapped. I felt trapped. They trapped me. I'm inside now, and I love it. So here's a cat, and she's like, "Why'd you put me with this Noodles? Why'd you put me with Noodles? You know, we're two different. We just think totally different things. We just don't think alike." But Oodles, I felt like, was trapped outside, had other friends outside, or was in a colony, or was beginning to be part of a colony, and then got picked up by animal control and you can see her snipped ear over here on the right hand side. She got picked up by animal control, or else a vet did that. And now she's at home, but I feel like she's not so comfortable, and it may be, don't know that it's Noodles. I feel like there's another cat that's causing some uncomfortability in the house, but she wants to know the history on these two. So this was a street cat that had finally was starting to get food out on the streets, got captured, got spayed, and got put into a home. And I believe it was the lady that saw her and trapped her, and she was there when this happened. So I think it was the lady that saw her from the very beginning and got involved. And Noodles is like, I'm not feeling so good. I feel like there's something wrong with Noodles. So did she say whether or not either one of these cats had any health problems?
She didn't mention anything outright, just that they were buds.
Buds. I feel like Noodles feels lost, bonds with Oodles, and I think he's missing his twin brother. I feel like he has a brother, possibly a twin brother out there, and nobody saw him. But so he's bonded with Oodles. I feel like Oodles has taken over as mother to this cat, and I feel like there's
more nurturing.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a health problem with Oodles. The right picture I'm getting, a health problem. But they've got each other. You see what I'm saying? And so Oodles is like the mother to Noodles, like kind of took over. She grooms him, he lays up against her for protection, security, love, kind of like the mother
making biscuits.
Yeah. So, but I feel like Noodles has got some health problems going on. Is it serious? Yes. Can it be cured? No. But I am not seeing any like, will it die from it? No, it'll die from something else. So, and this is an ongoing thing. I don't know what kind of health. I'm thinking maybe feline AIDS, or could be dental issues. I wish I could see a face of it, but that's okay. So we got oodles and noodles, oodles of noodles.
So is Fauci responsible for feline AIDS too?
Golly. I wouldn't be surprised, or the Chinese lab, who knows?
There's not one for beagles.
But but I'm going to tell you something, guys. I've got cats that have feline AIDS. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My cats live inside. They do not go out, period, except for on the cat screen lanai. And, and they're one big cat colony, and they love each other. Hey, Dane. Dane just showed up.
Yeah, how are you?
Tough times in the job. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dane. I'm glad you're here, Dane. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for making it.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, cats with AIDS, I give them, gosh, now I can't even think about it. Can't even think of what I give.
They're promiscuous.
It's for a virus, lysine. Is it lysine? Yeah, and it comes in granular form, and you can get it from your vet, guys. Doesn't need a prescription, I don't think. And it just put a tiny little scoop on their wet foods, and it helps. It helps with them contracting viruses. It helps with, if they have feline AIDS, to keep the virus at bay. And it's a simple supplement that you can buy from your vet. So yeah, viralist.
Is it from them being promiscuous? Yeah.
Oh, ha ha ha. They can get it from a cat bite. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
It's not like humans. Okay. Cats can get it from a cat bite. So, but it's called viralis or something from the vet. Highly, highly recommend it, especially if you have other cats with immune deficiencies, immune system deficiencies. This stuff is amazing. So definitely get that. And then also, I have them on omegas. And you can get that. I saw some the other day at PetSmart, or PetSmart or Petco, but you can get it actually in a little pump can, and you can pump it into their wet food.
Is it like an oil, or it's an extraction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like a jar this big for like $24. And it lasts a really long time. So they get their omegas, they get their B vitamins, they get, the oils, the salmon, things like that. Oh yeah. And it really helps with their coat. I feel like whatever Noodles has, it's affecting his coat. It could be his teeth. It could
Dexter he had the healthiest coat, never was matted. He got mats, but his backside was never dirty, right up until about, when he had like the last 3 days of his life. But they're here. They activated the camera again. I just got back from my parents.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Never fails. They're here.
That's great. We got to see some of those video clips. I love those video clips.
Well, I just had the. I could slow those down. They're from last week, but there's a quick one. There he goes, and this was last.
Yeah, that's from last week, right? Oh yeah,
Mhm.
there it goes. There, wow.
No,
They haven't run into the glass, have they, in your cabinet?
no, they
Right.
go through the walls. Yeah, they're going to, yeah.
They're like, that's kind of cool. They can fly, you know.
Well, we should do.
So,
Hey, should we do some here for our spray? We're change. Are we gonna? We should do It's gonna be energetic spray or energy spray.
yeah, energy.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't understand, guys, when I say spiritual cleansing spray, they're like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with my religion? I'm like, no, no. So we are we are changing it to energy spray. Okay. And so Evie, pay attention. We're changing this spray. The name of it's going to be energy spray. It's still the same
Yeah,
ingredient.
this just the labels. I'm working on that right now. Some designs they have to get approved by Mary. So
Oh, you know me.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
okay, off topic. Joy says, I need my glasses. Off topic, what do the two of you feel about Liverpool, that man that drove into a crowd?
well, I've been to Liverpool, and I can understand why you would want to. No. Oh, this
Maybe
guy
the
he asked
accent,
me a
maybe.
question 3 times. And he goes, I can't, you bloody Yank. And I said, well, if you spoke the Queen's English.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking maybe the dialect probably pissed him off. I'm not,
Yeah, right.
right.
Who's on the wrong side of the road?
Possession. The guy was. They're saying it
So he said
wasn't.
he has ex-military with 3 kids. Well, that would do it right there. 3 kids.
No, ex-military.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Ex-military. I got possession. I got like something just took control of him. That's what I think. So
It was the government.
In my six, right? Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, we could definitely go on. Oh, geez. So now we're going to be talking about he was on drugs. Explains an attachment. Yeah, yep, could be. Yep. Okay, so guys, let me just kind of tell you this. Even though we're a pet show, someone just said, "Hi, is there a tracking number on the package?" Probably so. I'll get to them later. So if you do drugs, if you drink heavily, okay, if you hang out with some so-so friends that might be into other things, guys, you are looking to have an attachment, okay, because that's negativity feeding on negativity. And I see it a lot with my clients. I see it a lot with people just walking around, especially at some of the spiritual events I go to. So
I sent you a text.
yeah, so if he's on drugs, then most definitely that's opening the door to a spiritual attachment, a negative attachment. Absolutely. I've seen it so many times. Yeah, he was on drugs. Yep. Is this when we? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh. So, we just want to wish Brooke the best. She's in the hospital right now, not feeling too good. So, our thoughts and prayers go out to Brooke and to Jeff.
Back up on those grippy socks. Those are nice.
Yeah, right. Steal them. Whenever my friend Joe would go into the hospital, I'm like, give me those socks. We're gonna take them home for you. Yeah. So, Oh no, I will pray for her. Thanks, Joyce. Yeah.
Yeah, we hope. Well, she got help, so we hope that. Yeah, wish the best.
Yeah, she's having a rough time. So,
Mm.
so anyway, so I think maybe Jeff may be on the Sunday show. I hope so. So, anyway, so we're going to talk about inbreeding.
Next week.
Inbreeding in pets. Okay. And okay, so my dad, when I was growing up, my dad was a small, like teeny weeny town doctor who made house calls. And so a lot of the people that he saw as patients could not afford to pay him. So they would give us animals as presents, stuff from their garden, okay, as presents because they couldn't afford to pay my dad. And he literally did it out of the kindness of his heart. Well, he also got into breeding and raising St. Bernards. So I grew up with St. Bernards my entire life. From like as a child, I remember our first St. Bernard was our last St. Bernard, Boyce's Maud. They were AKC registered. We had
Did they have the barrel?
No.
Like the
No,
Bugs Bunny cart? No.
She had the Christmas ham.
No. She
Yeah,
mixed a martini in the middle of the
right.
shake.
Yeah, I know. Shaken, not stirred, right? And so anyway, so they were AKC registered, and Brandy had a problem with anybody that had darker skin because I think he was abused until my dad got him. And then Maud, our first and our very last St. Bernard, I remember as a kid, we were tiny kids. We were all lined up on the floor in the family room and laying on the floor looking up at the TV, and Maud was our pillow. We used to put our head on Maud, and she was a puppy. Maud had many litters. And the thing about Maud is, was there inbreeding? No, we didn't take those puppies and breed those puppies with one another. My dad would sell them, or give them away, but mainly sold them because they were AKC registered St. Bernards. That's a specific organization for, specific breeds. They govern the breeds. But nowadays, guys, I don't know if and this is pretty much a controversial subject. So I was doing some research on the breeding pit bulls. Okay, we're going to talk about pit bulls. Now, all of the pit bulls I have ever met have just been absolutely wonderful sweethearts. Okay. Not everybody feels the same. A friend of mine in South Carolina came across pit bulls that attacked his cat. And so he had to shoot them. It all depends on the owner. The pit bulls in South Carolina that did that to my friend's cat, I have a feeling that maybe they were being fought, fighting dogs. He would just let them run loose. And you can't do that. If you're a responsible pet owner, that's something that you don't do. But there's a lot of problems with inbreeding. And the number one, like with boxers, okay, boxers, very family friendly, kid friendly dog, very protective. But the problem with all of the inbreeding, guys, is that boxers have a congenital heart defect. And at 10 years of age, that's the maximum that they will live. Great Danes, 10 years of age, if that.
our Great Dane actually was attacked by a boxer, but she lived. Yeah, she lived to be 11.
That's a long time.
Yep.
Most of
The
them are
vet.
8 or 9 years of age.
Yeah.
And that's the same. And they have hip problems, eye problems, hearing problems, genetic disorders and health problems, and it increases the likelihood that harmful recessive genes will pair up. Okay. And that's inbreeding, like hip dysplasia in German Shepherds. Okay. Heart disease in Cavalier King Charles dogs. Okay. Spaniels. Who the hell is that? Is that Cavalier King Charles?
Yeah, it's Craig Ferguson as King Charles.
Oh, hello, Miss Emma. I see Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they have, like I said, shortened lifespans. You know, when Maud lived to be maybe 11,
Mm-hmm.
you know, big dogs just don't live that long. But now you got the specific brand new breeds, guys, the bully breeds. Have you guys seen those?
Well, I mean, not necessarily. What are they? Are they mixed? I mean, she's a French bulldog, but are they?
The big bullies? Okay, they are a cross between a bulldog, maybe
Like an English, like,
and massive heads on them, short legs, and I
mixed
saw
with a Chihuahua?
Huh? You're right. It's a massive head on a Chihuahua on a French bulldog
with little legs.
Right.
Wiener dog.
Yeah, I saw one coming to the vet office when I was in there with my cat. I'm like, oh, I'm backing up. So I moved Tuk Tuk to the back of the the waiting room, and so did every other pet owner in there, because this massive head comes. That's all they are massive heads and arms like this, and they come walking in there. Yeah. It's a bulldog, a French bulldog on thousands of milligrams of steroids.
Oh,
is what they look like.
Are they bigger? So they're bigger. They're like more because French bulldogs are mixed with terriers.
Right. So if you pull up a picture of a bully dog,
try to get it up.
American bullies. Yeah. Okay. Now, guys, I love pit bulls. They are the sweetest dogs, but it's like it depends on who's raised them, who's handled them. But I got to tell you, and bad owners, you will see bad behavior in these dogs. Okay. But with all of the inbreeding, shortened lifespans, immune system, weaknesses, congenital defects like cleft palates, deformed limbs, the list goes on. Reduced genetic diversity, and it's going to lead to a higher vulnerability to extinction or population collapse in rare breeds, especially. And they don't, believe it or not, when the dogs keep inbreeding, there's less adaptability to environmental factors or changes and diseases, outbreaks, skin conditions, physical deformities, like flat-faced dogs like pugs and bulldogs often suffer from problems. Yeah. And that is from selective breeding. Okay. Trying to breed these traits out, create more bad traits. Emma, we're not talking about you. Like Shar-Peis suffer American bully. Yeah, right there. The extra large version is what came into the vet clinic. More like triple extra large.
Yeah, that would be an intimidating dog.
That was right.
They're cuddly.
Now, okay, so let me tell you, a normal dog's palate is like this, straight up and down. Okay. A pit bull's palate is curved. See this? So that when they latch on, they can
They
rip
lock.
and shake. Yeah, rip and shake. They literally like this. Rump. Okay. Whereas a regular dog's palate like that. Okay. So this kind of palate does more damage.
The boxer latched onto Tiffy, or Great Dane, like on her tip, like kind of like, but she was like, "What are you doing?" It was like smaller, you know.
Oh,
Scary. Yeah.
yeah. And like dachshunds, you know, the cute little wiener dogs, guys, they're prone now to spinal problems because of all of the inbreeding. It's like, plus, okay, when you're talking about pit bulls and American bullies, we are also talking about there's legislation in place now in states. Like, okay, so when I was living in Georgia, okay, I had a house right there, you know, right outside of Savannah. There was next door a nice elderly lady and her husband. And when the grandson would come to visit, he would bring his pit bulls. They didn't live there.
Oh yeah.
So one weekend, Sharkbait, my cat Sharkbait, who lived to be 20, didn't come running when I called him. And I'm like, Chark, 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 Chark. And he didn't come. So I walk over to the fence, nothing. I didn't see the pit bulls. I knew they were there, but I didn't see them. So I didn't know what had happened. A couple of hours later, Sharkbait comes from underneath that house where the pit bulls were, and he could barely walk. And I was like, oh, God, no. So I jumped over the fence, grabbed Sharkbait, ran him back to the house, got in the car, and took him to the vet. A baby pit bull had gotten hold of Sharkbait, chomped on him, and shook him. So he had several holes in him. And the thing is, that was my first introduction to pit bulls. But then you're dealing with a Yahoo who thinks, yeah, my dogs are tough. They can take out anybody. With that kind of attitude, that's where you get the bad behaviors from. Okay. It's like
That dog
Vickery.
fighting.
Yeah. Michael Vicks or whatever, and his dog fighting, career that ended him in federal pen. But I have since changed my mind. Another one came to us last week that needed adopting.
Oh,
yeah. Remember we featured him. So with inbreeding comes specific problems, but now there's legislation in place. So I told that woman, if those pit bulls are not gone, I'm calling your insurance company. They will yank your insurance off of your house, guys, if you're in a state that does not allow pit bulls. You have to declare what type of animals you have. Like Sandalwood Townhomes in West Palm, the asshole, excuse me. They won't
what was
allow
that?
Yeah, they won't allow you to have dangerous breeds in that townhome community. And so and they'll evict you. So if you have what is known as a dangerous breed, okay, then you have to declare them and get the proper insurance. You need to.
Well, being Detroit, like a lot of places around here are banning them.
I know, and that's because there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of misinformation. They were the family dog. Pit bulls were the family dog of the 1930s. Did you know that? Yeah, everybody had them because they were the sweetest. They were children oriented. I mean, absolutely wonderful dogs, and they still are. So So there's a lot of, well, and like Shar-Peis, you know, the dogs with all the skin, the folds of skin, like inbreeding can cause excess folds of skin. And then you've got skin conditions that go along with all of these inbreeding. You know, to get that perfect dog, guys, this is the problem. I mean, that commands thousands of dollars to get that perfect dog. You're literally killing the species.
Well, remember when
really are.
teacups were all the rage? They were like down,
I
like
know. Yeah.
it would just be this trembling little thing. Yeah, it was
Heart problems, congenital problems. Their
coke problems.
yeah, their larynx or whatever it was, or their this esophagus would collapse. You know, and this is from inbreeding. You know what kind of dog I love the best? I love the Bahamian pot cakes. They are the native island dog. Okay.
I have to bring up what's a pop king? A pop king?
Pot cake. That's what they call them. Pot cake. Bahamian pot cakes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have
that's a cute
picture?
pooch.
Yeah.
Oh, here I'll. Oh,
That's a wait. Is that your dog? Is that your dog? Oh, that's a Bahamian pot cake.
Yeah. Let me see
That's
this.
so cute. Yeah. Well, they got longer, floppier ears and a bigger belly. That's why they call them pot cakes.
Oh, they're cute. Yeah. Look at that. That's a cute pooch.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Little pom-poms.
Yeah. But so guys, if you're thinking of getting us, there you go. That's what I know. Yeah. Getting a specific breed, do your research, find out what kind of congenital problems. Look what happened with Emma.
Yeah, I did. The breeder did say that she hasn't had that problem come up in anything. And she hasn't had any problems since. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but we're a lot alike though. We're both like I'm like, oh, couch potato that doesn't like the heat. No.
Right. Yeah. Right.
No. He's a lover. She's a Velcro dog. More like a
Yeah.
super glue dog, but yeah, I love her.
I remember my ex-mother-in-law used to have Taurus, who was a French bull, and Taurus would snore so loud that, I mean, serious had nasal problems, breathing problems. Yeah.
Was he overweight?
No, not at all. No.
It's pretty good. I mean, like sometimes it's more like a purr. But
right, yeah. So guys, the message is, do your research, know what you're going to be looking at, congenital defects, things like that.
Energy level,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And choose responsibly. Frankly, I'm all for adopting the mutt right down the corner, ASPCA.
And they are grateful. They do know. There's like yep.
Yeah. So absolutely. So, and I'm gonna see what Joyce, anything else on that guy? Wait, I can't see the chat.
Oh, you can't?
Joyce.
Oh, there's a dog in Australia that doesn't bark. It's a Basenji.
Yeah, Australia, Basenji.
Basenji.
Wow. Evie, did you mean a husky? No, it's a Basenji. My neighbor had one from Australia. It didn't bark. Wow.
Gracie was border collie lab, so she had the OCD border collie like.
Oh, labradoodles. Okay, Evie wanted to know about labradoodles, toy poodles mixed with a Labrador. Guys, they have incredible, loving personalities, labradoodles. I don't know about any congenital defects with these dogs, okay? But I mean, here's a new breed that's been out, what, 10 years, 15 years, labradoodles. So I don't know the long-term effects from the selective breeding, you know?
Well, I think the wasn't one of the main pushes of it because of the dander or like the poodle part, so the hair, not the fur.
Yeah, and then also they started developing congenital defects. I don't think you cannot find a purebred dog that doesn't have congenital defects. Am I correct? Every one of them has Dalmatians going deaf. You know, congenital defects, guys. Stop the overbreeding, the selective breeding of them. You know, love what you got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're going for the perfect dog, you're not going to find it. By the time you do find it, it's going to have so many problems that, you know, you're going to end up with a stuffed dog before you actually have a live dog. You know? So
Yeah,
that's my take on it. And
there are a lot of like, I don't know. There's a lot of rescues out there that.
God, Joyce, what do I say to the spirit that's in my house?
Oh, he said you should be quiet now. I think he knows. Yeah. Oh.
What?
She said he should be quiet now. I think he knows.
He knows we were talking about him, Mary. Oh, uh-oh. It should be quiet.
You didn't say anything bad.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I grew up with all kinds of animals, chihuahuas, guinea pigs, they were given to us. Labradors, Saint Bernards, cats, had a little white dog named gosh, I can't even think of the dogs. Given to us by a patient. A Maltese. It was a Maltese.
Oh.
Lovely was her name. Oh, what a beautiful dog. Yeah. Yeah. So I grew up with animals. Lots of animals.
Yeah, we had a Schnauzer, then a Great Dane, and then I moved out and I got a kitty. I got Dexter, and then
Evie says, Mary, they're mixing little dogs and big dogs. Sad. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Selective breeding. Gonna have problems doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Joyce goes, the ghost in my house, he wants to go looking for relief. Okay. All right. So I'm going to sign off and I'm going to help this guy.
All right. Well, we'll do this. We're just at almost an hour or so, and best wishes to Melina. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
He'll be on next week, and so just check out Mary's site for book a reading there. You can buy her energy spray and anything else.
Yeah, we got ItalianStreetBreads.com guy at ItalianStreetBread.com.
You want? We can do here.
Yeah, that's some of the best focaccia.
You will love Italian street bread. It's a good. Go to italianstreetbread.com and order use some today. Capiche?
I have to hit the button to hear it play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have one of those iPads.
I have one of those old iPads. Yeah. Not time for a new one. And then of course my energy spray, guys. Find it on marrythemedium.com. And if you're having problems, send me an email if you want to book a reading. The real marrythemedium.com, that at gmail.com. Sorry.
It's in the
The
channel
real
description.
marrythemedium at gmail.com. You can book a reading on marrythemedium.com.
Yep.
God, that's a lot. For my brain at this hour. Yeah.
I know we both had one of those days. So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. And
Hey,
let me see us.
Chantel.
Oh, yep. Sunday. Barry, what do you see? So we're gonna have a show on Sunday.
A big show.
Yeah.
And then next week, guys, Barbara, the tarot mistress, psychic medium, is going to be on, not this Sunday, but next
Night,
Sunday. Thanks, Dane. And she's going to be, okay, so how do you know if you have a gift? And let's develop your gift. So you don't want to miss that. That is next Sunday. But this Sunday, we've got a show that's jam-packed. Oh, yeah.
All right, Mary. Well, I'll talk to you soon. All right.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you.
I don't know what kind of guy this is.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah. No, you're fine.
Right.
All right, night, everyone. I'm gonna hit the
Night, guys. Thanks for